What's good, everybody? Thank you for tuning into yet another video. So today we're going to do a little comparison between the Ridge wallet and the Axwell wallet. I had a Ridge wallet review kind of compared with some other hard shell aluminum wallets in the past. But the Axwell is a very, very similar wallet in terms of its footprint, in terms of how it works. You'll see in the shape and just the form factor overall, they're very similar wallets. So I really wanted to take a look at these two together and see how they stack up. Because I know the Ridge is a very popular wallet still to this day. Even though I'm not the hugest fan of the way that you put the cards in and put them out, I did want to take a look at these and put a video up for you, just in case some people are looking still and kind of torn between the two, which would be the best. Before we hop into the video and kind of do the deep dive of it, I do want to kind of touch base a little bit about both wallets and things that you'll get with them. Both of these wallets do come with a lifetime warranty. I didn't do a super deep dive to see exactly what that lifetime warranty entails, like if it's literally everything or if there's stipulations. Usually there are stipulations, but just know both of the wallets do come with a lifetime warranty. In terms of variety, both these wallets have a lot of different materials and colorways and price points depending upon what you want. Like with the Axwell, I have a few here where there's copper, there's aluminum, and then there's different colorways with the aluminum. With the Ridge, there's carbon fiber and different colors as well. But the base for both of these wallets will be an aluminum build. One thing I will say with the Axwell wallet that I really like that the Ridge does not have is that a portion of the proceeds of the Axwell wallet goes to wounded veterans, and I believe just within the US, but that's a great thing. I love to see companies kind of, give back to underserved or people in need. Even here in Canada, our veterans, especially ones that are dealing with mental health or wounded or are aging veterans, they're not really taken care of. And especially for the sacrifices that they make for everybody, it's sad to see. So that's a definite plus one for me to see Axwell give a portion of these proceeds and earnings towards aspects of life to help others that are in need. But with that, we won't waste any more time. I just kind of wanted to go over a couple of things that made these wallets very similar and kind of two standing out aspects of it. And yeah, with that, we'll hop into the review and I'll kind of circle back and give you my opinion on what I feel is the best buy for your money. Let's get to it.
With the Axwell wallet, you can actually replace that inner elastic band that keeps the wallet tight together, that holds the cards tight. All you have to do is pop off these magnetic face plates from either end of the wallet. Both sides come off, and it gives you total access to this interior portion, as you can see here, that allows you to remove this elastic band and replace it if need be over time, as elastic bands do tend to lose rigidity. But just like the Ridge, as you can see, you have access to replace that band if need be, but in a much easier fashion. The Ridge, although you do get access to that interior portion, you're going to have to do that with the included screwdriver. As you can see with the Ridge, one of its defining features is those screws around the faceplates of the front and the back. And in order to get access, if you ever need to replace this elastic band in the Ridge, again, it's still great. You can do it, just a little bit more cumbersome with this. You have to remove these screws with the screwdriver that's included. So I sped it up a little bit here just to show you the process of removing these screws. You're going to have to do this for both the front and the back plate if you want access to that tri-elastic band at the center. But a little bit more cumbersome, though you still have the option to do that with the Ridge. As I was saying in the beginning of the video, lots of options. Here is the beautiful copper colorway. This is my actual favorite one of the Axwell ones. Here are the aluminum variation colorways, but just be aware for both Axwell and Ridge, lots of options if you wanted to spend the extra money to get them. And here we'll give the Ridge its close-up. Again, this is the anodized aluminum variant. Again, you can get carbon fiber, different colorways, but just to give you a little close-up so you can see the build quality and machining of this wallet. Also really, really high-end. Just like the Axwell, you're getting a really, really solidly built wallet. Okay, so we're going to compare the Axwell and the Ridge side by side. And as you can see, they're pretty much exactly the same in its dimensions, its height, its width, its thickness. Both of these are aluminum. One is anodized aluminum, the Ridge here. And the innards of the Ridge, you pop it open here, it's going to have an elastic band in the sides here and on the top. So 3 aspects of the wallet are closed off by the elastic bands, whereas on the Axwell, it's only on the ends, as you'll see here. So you have the top and bottom of the wallet open, but pretty much the same. They operate the same. They open up the same, and you put the cards in exactly the same. So very, very similar wallets here. Now we're going to take a look at some of the different offerings here. I've got the orange space grade aluminum model here with the elastic band, as you can see. Now the cool thing about the Axwell wallets is that they have face and back plates that pop off, as you'll see here. This is my all-time fave, the copper variant. We'll get into this one a little bit later, but you can pop these face plates off from either end of the wallet, as you can see. You just kind of put your finger under there and it pops off. We'll show here. The aluminum one is so much lighter, it's crazy, but as you can see, they're pretty much exactly the same thickness. The copper one is so heavy and weighty. I really enjoyed this one the best, but just to show you here, you can mix and match styles, colors. Doesn't matter if you got the copper one and the aluminum, you can mix the face plates on either of them. Doesn't matter if you have a cash clip or the money band, they all are going to fit on the wallets here. You just got to pop it off. One thing I will say is on the copper variant, I don't know if it's because the copper is magnetized as well, these magnets stick so much better than the aluminum ones. I do find that the plates it come off much easier. Not that you'll probably have an issue with it falling off, but just be aware if you do get the copper variant, the magnets seem to be holding better on that version. And if you want to go with either the cash clip variant like we have here, I'm just going to pop both the face plates off so you can kind of get an idea of how these are machined and made with both the face plates off. You'll see these 6 magnets on the front and the back, and here is the kind of elastic that holds the wallet together when the cards are in it. This is going to be the cash clip variant. You see here just that center lane on the back plate. On either of them, you'll see the cash and the money band just kind of fit into that area. It has the little rubber on the back of the money band to kind of give it a little bit more friction when you have some cash in there from things falling out. But I would recommend using the cash clip. As you can see, super tight and it's not going anywhere. It's going to be a very firm hold on your cash if you use the cash clip versus the money band. Now we're going to take a look at the build quality of the Ridge. It's an anodized brushed aluminum. But one of the things to be aware of with the Ridge wallet is it's split plastic and aluminum. Like the aluminum is on faceplate, but the actual interior of the wallet that holds the cards is made of plastic itself. Whereas with the Axwell, you're getting the metal on the outside and on the inside right throughout. No plastic to be seen, whether you're using the copper or aluminum. It's metal throughout the entire wallet. So just be aware you can have that split plastic look on the Ridge wallet and on the Axwell, both the copper and aluminum variants. It's all metal throughout both sides of the wallet. All right, so now let's take a look at how these wallets will hold cards. Obviously, it's going to be the same idea for either of them. Both hold 1 to 12 cards, and then whether you use the money clip or the cash band bills as well. But you'll crack open the wallet from the bottom like so, and you're going to slide your cards into the wallet. Very easy, very straightforward. They are in there very snug. One of my I guess differences I would say is the Axwell, because the two halves of the wallet I feel are a little bit thicker in comparison to the Ridge. As you can see here, it gives it a little bit of a lip, a little bit of a raised edge in between. So like you're not ever going to be like pushing against the cards really. Your thumb's going to be always hitting the two sides of the wallet first, which is great. But yeah, hold it in one hand, and in that cutout, you kind of just fan your cards out, grab whatever ones you need, and then they slide back in real easily. Pretty straightforward. And again, with the Ridge, 1 to 12 cards, very similar, but you only have one option to kind of crack open the bottom because of that tri-elastic band. There's only the one opening here, so no way for the cards to come out of the top or the bottom, but same idea. You kind of hold it in the one hand, you press that little recessed area cutout, and fan your cards. Pull out the card you need, and it's really straightforward, honestly. Not my favorite way to take out cards, but you're not going to have any issues popping the card back in once you pull it out. You're not just going to get that fanned out, staggered way that you would with a traditional like pop-up like a Secret or Polaris wallet. But same thing with the Axwell. I'm not going to say one or the other really holds or pops out cards easier. It's all very similar whether you're using the Ridge or the Axwell. With either of them, it's pretty much the same idea. Pretty straightforward. You just pop them out and slide them back in.
All right, and with that, I'm going to wrap up the video. Obviously, the cash compartments of these, the clip or the money band, pretty straightforward. I didn't feel the need to show that. You just fold your money, tri-fold, slide it in there. But my opinions to wrap this up, as you can see, these wallets are super, super, super similar in every which way. And though they're not my style of wallet in terms of card holders, if these are what you're looking for, I don't think you can go wrong with either of them, honestly. They're both really nice wallets in their own ways. It comes down to selection and quality. I think these are the two things we're going to have to focus on to make our decisions. So selection-wise, the Ridge has the larger portfolio selection of colorways, materials, and price points, the larger varying price points, because whatever you decide, that's going to affect the price point. But the Ridge just has the larger portfolio there. Axwell, adds things and has added things, and I'm sure we'll add more things as time goes on, but there's just more selection with the Ridge. So if everything's going to be aesthetic for you, the Ridge is probably going to be what you want. But for me, myself, and for most of my videos, if you've watched, quality and price point is always what's most important for me. To, whatever you spend your money on, you want that to last. I don't like, wasteful things. And because the Axwell has that unibody metal design, I would personally select that. If you could find a colorway or material you like, I would pick the Axwell because it has that unibody metal design. And in the video I showed that the Ridge had that inner plastic portion, and it's just the face and back plates that are metal. I don't think it's gonna break on you or anything. It didn't feel cheap, but obviously plastic is just an inferior material, and I would always select the superior material because over time, I feel that's gonna hold up better to wear and tear. So if you can find a colorway you like, I would give the nod to the Axwell just simply because I feel it is a much better built wallet. And like I said, the copper one, it's just felt so great in the hand, really heavy duty, and they're really just a well-built wallet. So it comes down to aesthetics and quality. So whatever you really are trying to find, I think that's kind of what you're going to focus on. But either way, as always, I hope this video helps you on your buying journey. I hope it kind of gives you a little bit of an in-depth look so you can see the wallets up close and see how they work. And it helps you select the wallet that's right for you. And as always, I appreciate everybody for taking the time to watch. So until next time, everybody, be safe and well out there. Later.